Welcome back to ASEAN Business Report. Now, before we go into the commodities and stocks, Kun Veena Jongprasit, my colleague, has a really interesting quote on the Euro crisis that's going on right now. And we go to Kun Veena for the presentation.
Europe is on the verge of a financial collapse. Right now, the banking systems in Europe are coming apart at the seams. Now, because of the interconnectedness of the banking system around the world, this will have an impact in the United States and Asia as well. The financial crisis of 2008 has plunged us into the deepest recession since the Great Depression. Now, the next financial crisis could hit the world even harder. Let's go take a look at quotes from 12 financial experts about this coming economic crisis. Now let's go take a look at shocking quotes from 12 financial experts about this coming economic crisis. Let's start off first with the first quote. Here we got George Soros, who's the financier and businessman, who said that the financial markets are driving the world towards another Great Depression, and authorities, particularly in Europe, have lost control of the situation. Mohammed El-Erian, the CEO of a global management firm, PIMCO, said that these are all signs of an institutional run on French banks, and if it persists, the banks would have no choice but to deliver their balance sheets in a very drastic and disorderly fashion. Attila Saleh Berseviksi, the global head of security services at UniCredit S.p.A., or Italy's largest bank, said that the only remaining question is how many days the hopeless rearguard action of European governments and European Central Bank can keep up Greece's spirits. Stefan Homburg, the head of Germany's Institute for Public Finance, said that the euro is nearing its ugly end and a collapse of monetary union now appears unavoidable. Of course, this is speaking about the possibility of countries in the European Union to go back to using their old currencies. Nigel Farage, the EU Parliament member, also spoke about the gold price by saying that, "I think the worst in the financial system is yet to come, and if that happens, the gold price could go higher to a number that we simply cannot imagine." Carl Weinberg, the chief economist at High Frequency Economics, predicted that Greece will default within weeks. The Goldman Sachs strategist Alan Brazil said that solving a debt problem with more debt has not solved the underlying problem. Our next person up here is Juan Somavia, who is the International Labour Organization Director General, who said that the total unemployment could increase from 20 million to 40 million in G20 countries by 2012. Joseph Ackermann, who is the Deutsche Bank CEO, said it is an open secret that numerous European banks would not survive, having to revalue sovereign debt held on the banking book at market levels. Alistair Newton, the strategist for Nomura Securities in London, talked about a critical period for the Eurozone, and the threat of some sort of breakup between now and year-end is greater than it has ever been any time. Anne Barnhart, the head of Barnhart Capital Management, Inc., said the only thing that can happen is a total and complete collapse of everything we now know, and humanity starts from scratch. Our last quote is from Lashman Ashutan of ECRI, who said that when I call a recession, it means that you can yell, scream, and you can write a big check, but it's not going to stop. So those were our 12 shocking quotes about the looming economic crisis.
Well, thank you, Kun Veena, for the presentation. And those were the various quotes by the EU economic leaders and the strategists